here on ESPN+. Gaining the zone and peeling is Johansson back to the point. Stepped on net. The first save is made by Lindgren and just missing on the rebound with Zuccarello. And now Dowd brings it across the line. Beauvillier off the drop. Rink wide, finds Roy. And that puck caroms to Beauvillier in the far corner. He's got some room. Floats a wrister towards Gustafson, blocked in front. Roy down deep. Gathers the puck at the half wall. Into the high slot, Dowd. Floats one on net. Glove save is made by Gustafson. And he will hold on.
The losses mean our details have to be right on point because any mistake we make costs us badly.
Dubois centers, just chipped wide by McMichael. In the right wing corner, Foligno. He comes together with McMichael. Wilson digs in as well. A 2-on-2 battle for it. The puck frozen up against the boards. The officials tell the players keep it moving.
Well, that's good news.
We enjoy Ray Ferraro's favorite part of the game here.
There it is, all good. It came out in one piece.
As it pops free to Brock Faber, slides it up the boards. Nyquist flips it along, and now some open ice for Hartman, who moves in. Wheels, sets up Middleton. On net save made by Lindgren as he drove the net.
You're going to watch Middleton right in the middle. Number 5, the defenseman. That's part of what John Hines is talking about. The defensemen have to activate to help create offense. The Caps get beat up the ice. Jacob Chychrun is way up in the offense.
Driving the net. And Lindgren had to paddle away a shot. Another shot into the glove of Lindgren, and it ends up caroming into the netting and out of play. He'll deal it deep. Stepping in, Sandin. Lost it to Trenyon. Jakub Trenyon throws one towards the net, and that was sticked away. Merrill, long wrister. Score! John Merrill with traffic in front. Throws one on net, solves Lindgren, and Minnesota has the early lead.
The Capitals haven't killed a play in the defensive zone yet, and the Wild have been more aggressive to every loose puck. There's Justin Brazeau in front of Charlie Lindgren, and when John Carlson is standing beside him, Lindgren doesn't have a chance here. That's the second goal of the year.
And we still have a couple of weeks of regular season hockey to play. Lars Eller leverages to the corner and now the half wall. Cycles to Radish on the move. Radish sets up Roy. Wrist shot. Score! There is the answer from the Caps. Tied at 1.
Merrill gets his second. Roy gets his third. I don't know what the daily double is on there, but Radish wins the puck low off the cycle from Eller, and this is a rocket. What a shot by Matt Roy as Radish goes low to high.
Ovechkin leans in on Brodin. All the way around to the right point. Van Riemsdyk, point to point it goes. A drive from Chychrun. That trickles just wide, and Ovechkin.
I asked Bill Guerin about that this morning. Like, do you need more regular season games to get him ready for the playoffs? And he said, look, the only thing I'm worried about is getting him 100%. Whenever that is, we'll take him.
Beauvillier puts one on net. The rebound. Score! Just like that, the lead for the Washington Capitals. As Duhaime found the loose change, it's 2-1 Caps. Goudreau drops instead Zuccarello. Zuccarello shoots. That was blocked. All the way back to Merrill at the right point. He banks it to Zuccarello on the move. Brother Hartman is on net. Goudreau with a shot. And a pad save made with the right leg by Lindgren. Protas gains the red line and chips in past Merrill. 8.5 minutes to go in the opening period. The first goal of the game scored by John Merrill. And an answer. A couple of goals in 1 minute and 41 seconds for Washington to give them the 2-1 lead. It's a Washington team that is 9-1-1 in their last 11 and 4-0-1 in their last 5. They have been tough to beat. Hartman across the line. Toe drag. Wrist shot. Save Lindgren. And a rebound cleared out of harm's way by Dowd. Around to Alex Ovechkin. Reversed by Roy. And Faravari tries the opposite side. Roy turns it over. Snapped on net by Shore and gobbled up by Lindgren. And simply bank it out to the red line. It finds its way to Radish and across the line. Lars Eller moves in. Peels, drops. Radish carries. Behind the net, circles the cage. Spins it up top. Chychrun, long distance shot. Through traffic, a glove save by Gustafson.
You lose the draw, they clear it down the ice. Now you got to break in with Eck. You have the puck 60% of the time on the face-off, and you get to start in the zone. They miss the size. And
kick save made by Lindgren. Digging it free is Spurgeon in the corner. Taken back instead. Thrown out in front. Trying to tee one up was Eller. Instead, he feeds the point. Van Riemsdyk on the move, a long shot. Chychrun, and that is gloved down by Gustafsson with some.
The Wild, after those first 3 or 4 shifts, really have had a tough time staying in the zone.
Nice takeaway by Gaudreau. Feeds it left, gets a return. Back from Zuccarello. Little toe drag. Floats it in on net. Stick was active for Lindgren. And the ability to stay healthy for Ovechkin throughout his entire career for the most part, and how physical his game has always been at the same time. As that shot whistles wide off the stick of Hartman.
He can take on bigger, stronger guys. He can take on really quick guys. And him being out of the lineup along with Ek and Kaprizov has been devastating.
Radish spun one off the bar.
3-1 moments earlier. Radish has got some room to walk into the zone. This is a misplay by Carlson. A good shot by Radish. Quick release, but this is a top-of-the-circle wrister that just cleanly beats Gustafsson up over the shoulder. And
Washington 0 for 1 on the power play. Ovechkin back out there, obviously, as he beats Carlson right point. Strome in the high bumper. It's off to Carlson, back to Strome, top of the right wing circle. Long wrister, glove save made by Gustafsson. He will hold on. Goes to the net. Strome gathers in the corner. Feeds it up top, Carlson. Ovechkin lurking at the left post. That shot, glove save made again by Gustafsson. It's across to Johansson. Wrist shot, hoping for the stick of Gaudreau in front. Instead, Zuccarello whips it all the way around the boards. Finds its way to Marcus Johansson. Banks it up top, Matt Boldy. Boldy shoots. Score! Wasn't deflected on the way in. Power play goal for Minnesota. Just what they needed is Freddie Gaudreau able to direct it to the high corner. We're tied at 2.
started this by winning the faceoff, so the Wild never have to enter the zone. The faceoff is so critical. There's the battle won low, and from low to high, Matt Boldy can really shoot the puck. And as you call, Bob, there's the high tip. It's Gaudreau, who's out in the mid to high slot. His 5th power play goal of 17 on the year. And the Wild have killed 2 power plays.
Brazo one-hands it behind the net. Trenyon gave it away to McMichael. Possible 3-on-2. To the right to Wilson. McMichael goes to the net. Chychrun the trailer. Sets up Van Riemsdyk. Save made by Gustafsson. On the edge of the power play goal.
Their last rush up the ice involved both defensemen, Chychrun to Van Riemsdyk. Sometimes the wrong guy has got the puck.
Skates to stick for Boldy. 15 seconds to go in the period. And Estroza puts it in the near corner. Comes together with Sandin. Double team behind the net. Boldy pulls it out in front. Score! One hands by Matt Boldy. And Minnesota's got the lead.
Kaprizov, who said the most talented player they have is Matt Boldy in the lineup. Really great work here behind the net by both Hinostroza and Rossi. They keep the puck alive. Rossi pokes it here to Boldy. One hand drag out into the front of the net. And for Matt Boldy, that's just his 3rd goal in 16 games. He's only scored in 2 of those 16. But that's goal 24. They needed it. Last game he scored with 4 minutes left to tie.
Foligno across the line with Nyquist, 2-on-1. Toe drag shoot. Save made by Lindgren. And the rebound carries. Slings it around the dasher. Past Tom Wilson. Carlson has it. Chychrun fires. Blocked in front. Net empty. Gaudreau looks that way. Gets to the red line. Floats one. Scores!
What a play! Jacob Chychrun right in front of him. This is right in my eye line, and he shot it right over his head. He didn't shoot it around him. Watch this. You're going to get a great look at it here. It goes right over his head. Like, how are you ready for that? There's no way.
And the final seconds ticking down off the clock. Off the outside of the net, courtesy of Tom Wilson. Hartman brings the horn sound. And the Minnesota Wild